right, tech fans, welcome back. We're diving deep into the latest and greatest tech news today, all curated from the brilliant minds over at TechViews 10X. You know, the drill. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, and while you're at it, give this video a like and share it with your fellow tech enthusiasts. Because, trust me, you won't want to miss this roller coaster ride through the digital world.
It's a wild world out there, that's for sure.
Said it. We've got AI making huge leaps, cybersecurity having a bit of a meltdown, gaming updates that'll have you on the edge of your seat, and even Cristiano Ronaldo dipping his toes into the cryotherapy craze.
Yeah, it's a lot to keep up with, honestly.
That's where we come in. Think of us as your personal tech Sherpas, guiding you through the digital Himalayas to uncover those hidden gems of information. So buckle up, let's dive right in.
Sounds good to me.
First up, AI is taking center stage, and things are getting pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We've got Gemini 2.0 claiming to be twice as fast as its predecessor.
Which is a really big deal when you think about it. That speed boost could totally change the way we search for information online.
Right. Imagine finding exactly what you need in half the time.
Yeah.
No more endless scrolling through pages of search results.
It's like having a turbocharged research assistant at your fingertips.
Yeah, I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Less time searching, more time for, actually living life.
Exactly.
But this speed boost isn't just about convenience. There's a whole power struggle going on behind the scenes.
Oh, absolutely. Google's
not too thrilled about Microsoft's exclusive cloud deal with OpenAI.
Yeah, that deal raises some eyebrows, for sure. It makes you think about what happens when just a handful of powerful companies control access to these groundbreaking AI technologies.
It's a bit like a digital tug-of-war, isn't it?
Kind of, yeah. You've got these tech giants vying for control over the future of AI, and it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out.
It's like a real-life sci-fi movie unfolding before our eyes.
Right. And while these big companies are battling it out, let's not forget about how all of this AI stuff impacts us regular folks.
Good point.
Some developers are actually dealing with a flood of AI-generated junk bug reports in open-source software.
Really?
Yeah. It's like an unexpected side effect of AI's growing presence.
So these AI programs are basically trying to be helpful, but they end up creating more work for the developers.
Pretty much. It's like having a well-intentioned but clumsy robot assistant.
I can picture it now. The robot's like, I'm here to help. And then it spills coffee all over your keyboard.
Exactly. Speaking of AI getting creative, ChatGPT has a brand new feature called Canvas.
Oh, yeah. I've heard about this. What's the deal with Canvas?
It's a real-time editor designed to help with writing and coding. Think of it like a virtual brainstorming partner.
So it's like having an AI writing buddy who can help you flesh out ideas and generate code.
Exactly.
That's pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, listeners? Would you trust an AI to help with your creative process? Let us know in the comments. But for now, let's shift gears for a moment and talk about something a little less futuristic, but equally important: cybersecurity.
Definitely.
An important topic. There's news of a security flaw in AMD's VM tools.
Yeah, this one's a bit concerning.
For those who might not be familiar with the term VM, it stands for virtual machine. It's basically like having a mini computer inside your computer.
Right. Often used for running different operating systems or testing software.
But this flaw could potentially allow hackers to bypass those virtual walls and gain access to your device.
Yeah. It's a reminder that no system is completely foolproof.
Especially in our increasingly digital world, cybersecurity is more important than ever. It's not just about protecting your data, it's about safeguarding your privacy and even your physical safety.
Absolutely. And this vulnerability in AMD's VM tools is a reminder that we all need to stay vigilant.
Definitely. And speaking of staying vigilant, the U.S. energy sector is also facing some serious cybersecurity challenges.
Oh, yeah. This is big news. We're talking about potential breaches that could impact power grids and essential infrastructure.
This isn't just about someone stealing your Netflix password. We're talking about real-world consequences that could affect entire communities.
Right. It's like a digital domino effect. A security breach in one area can have ripple effects across multiple sectors.
And the stakes are incredibly high.
For sure.
To make matters worse, Ivanti has discovered yet another major security flaw in their systems.
It seems like these vulnerabilities are popping up faster than we can patch them.
It's a constant battle to stay ahead of the curve.
Absolutely. Companies need to be proactive about cybersecurity. It's not something you can just ignore and hope for the best.
Well said. But hey, let's take a break from all the doom and gloom for a moment and dive into something a little more fun. Gaming. What's been catching your eye in the gaming world lately?
So many things. Have you heard about the rumors of a Nintendo Switch 2? And Zenless Zone Zero just announced a new update too. I'm curious, did they finally fix those problems with the Nintendo Alarmo update?
Okay. Okay, slow down. Let's unpack all of that gaming goodness. A Switch 2. That would be amazing, but Nintendo is being super secretive about it.
Yeah.
What about Zenless Zone Zero? What's new in the update? And yeah, what's the deal with Nintendo Alarmo? Did they finally sort out all the bugs?
Well, the rumor mill is definitely churning with speculation about a Switch 2. But Nintendo's keeping things very hush-hush for now. As for Zenless, Zone Zero fans can get excited because the highly anticipated version 1.4 update is dropping soon. However, it seems the Nintendo Alarmo update hasn't quite addressed all of the initial complaints. Some users are still reporting issues, so Nintendo might need to go back to the drawing board on that one.
Ah, yes. The infamous buyer's remorse update. We've all been there.
Right.
But at least it's not as bad as what happened with the PlayStation wrap-up. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, that was a mess.
It crashed almost immediately after launch, and it's still down.
It was a major letdown for PlayStation fans who were eager to see their year in gaming. It also highlights the challenges of managing those huge online services. Everything has to work perfectly or it's game over.
True. Even the biggest companies can stumble when it comes to online infrastructure.
Yeah.
But speaking of unexpected moves, did you hear about Xbox partnering with a professional darts player?
I did. It was a bit of a head-scratcher.
I'm not quite sure what to make of that collaboration, but it's definitely sparked some curiosity. Maybe they're trying to attract a new audience. Or maybe they're just embracing the randomness of it all.
It's definitely a conversation starter. But let's get back to some more traditional entertainment news. Hulu is going to be streaming the Oscars for the first time ever.
Wow. It seems like everyone wants a piece of that awards season action.
The streaming wars are heating up, and these platforms are constantly looking for ways to stand out and attract viewers. Live events like the Oscars are a big draw.
It's all about giving the people what they want, when they want it, and wherever they want it. But before we get lost in the streaming vortex, let's turn our attention to hardware. What new gadgets are on our radar?
All right, so if you're looking for a top-of-the-line NAS drive with a seriously futuristic design, you might want to check out the Asus Flash Store Gen 2. This thing can hold a whopping 12 SSDs. It's like a data hoarder's dream come true. But there's a catch.
Let me guess.
Yep.
It requires its own nuclear power plant.
Not quite that extreme, but it's not exactly budget-friendly. The SSDs alone would cost you over $8,000.
Yeah, I think my wallet just fainted.
Mm-hmm.
I'll stick with my trusty external hard drive for now. Speaking of trusty, I'm a sucker for a good retro throwback. And the Raspberry Pi 500 seems to be channeling some serious Tandy 1000 vibes. Remember those keyboard PCs from the 1980s?
Oh, yeah. It's funny how tech trends tend to come full circle. What's old is new again.
It's like fashion. Everything eventually comes back in style. Speaking of style, there are whispers about MagSafe-like magnetic accessories for the upcoming Samsung Galaxy S25. Could Samsung be taking a page out of Apple's playbook?
Well, it wouldn't be the first time Samsung and Apple have a long history of, shall we say, borrowing ideas from each other, but hey, it's all in the name of innovation.
Right. And on that note, Samsung is also giving the Galaxy Watch 4 a much-needed Wear OS 5 upgrade. That's great news for Galaxy Watch 4 owners. It's always nice to see companies continuing to support their older devices. But hold on a second. We've barely scratched the surface of today's tech news. We've got a whole mountain of other stories to cover. Are you ready for a rapid-fire round?
Absolutely. Bring it on. And don't forget, viewers, hit that like button and leave a comment down below telling us which story you're most excited about. We'll be right back after a quick message from our sponsors.
And we're back! All right, tech fans, time for a rapid-fire round of tech news. So hold on tight. First up, it looks like the iPhone might be transforming into a legitimate music recording studio.
Whoa, hold the phone. Literally. It sounds like GarageBand is about to get a serious upgrade.
Yeah, it could be a game changer for aspiring musicians and producers.
No more expensive recording equipment. Just whip out your iPhone and lay down some tracks.
Pretty much, it's democratizing music creation. Speaking of things going viral, remember that massive Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and Threads outage a while back?
Yeah, that was brutal. Millions of people were left in digital darkness. Well, the mystery has been solved. Apparently, a faulty configuration update was the culprit.
A single update brought down the entire Meta empire. That's wild. Talk about a butterfly effect.
It goes to show how interconnected everything is these days. And while we're on the topic of connections, the FBI is issuing a warning about unencrypted messaging apps.
Oof, that's a bit concerning. What's the deal with that?
They're concerned about the lack of privacy and security on these platforms. Hackers and cybercriminals could potentially intercept sensitive information.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's a good reminder to be mindful of the apps we use and the information we share. Speaking of sharing, get this. You can now buy a Hyundai on Amazon.
Wait, seriously?
I kid you not, it seems like you can buy just about anything online these days.
Drones delivering cars to your doorstep?
Yeah.
That's the future right there?
It's both amazing and a little terrifying. But while we're on the topic of online shopping and convenience, let's talk about data security.
Uh-oh. What happened?
A Mexican fintech firm just leaked data on a whopping 1.6 million customers.
Yikes. That's not good. Data breaches are becoming way too common.
It's a reminder that even in the age of innovation, security can't be an afterthought. Companies need to prioritize protecting their customers' information.
Absolutely. But on a brighter note, there's some exciting news for people who suffer from earaches.
Oh, tell me more.
A company claims to have developed a potential cure for ear canal issues.
Now that's something to celebrate. No more sleepless nights battling earaches.
It's a potential game changer for people who struggle with chronic ear problems.
And speaking of game changers, Microsoft is unveiling a new zero-water data center cooling design.
That sounds pretty impressive. What's the deal with that?
It's a more eco-friendly and efficient way to keep those data centers running smoothly.
So it's good for the environment and good for Microsoft's bottom line.
Exactly, a win-win situation. But while Microsoft is making strides in green technology, they're also facing some pushback in the AI arena.
What's going on there?
Google is urging the FTC to block Microsoft's exclusive cloud deal with OpenAI.
That sounds familiar. Didn't we talk about this earlier?
We did. It seems like this deal is causing quite a stir in the tech world. Google's concerned about potential antitrust issues.
It's all about who controls access to these powerful AI technologies.
The battle for AI dominance is getting pretty intense. On a lighter note, GPU sales are currently in a bit of a slump.
Really? Why is that?
It seems like PC gamers are holding out for the next generation of AMD and NVIDIA graphics cards.
They're waiting for even more power and performance.
Makes sense. Gamers always want the latest and greatest. Speaking of eagerly awaited releases, Zenless Zone Zero, version 1.4 is just around the corner.
Oh yeah, that's exciting. I can't wait to see what new features and content they've added.
Me too. But while we're waiting for that gaming goodness, we've got a bit of an AI oops moment to discuss.
Oh, no, what happened?
Grok accidentally released a new AI image maker for a short time before quickly pulling it back.
Oops. Talk about a sneak peek into the future of AI.
It makes you wonder what other AI projects are brewing behind the scenes.
For sure. But let's get back to some gaming news. Remember the Nintendo Alarmo update that was causing problems?
Oh yeah, that didn't go so well. Did they ever fix the issues?
Well, it doesn't seem like the latest patch has resolved everything. Some users are still reporting bugs and glitches.
Poor Nintendo. They just can't seem to catch a break. But while Nintendo grapples with software hiccups, Samsung is forging ahead with some exciting updates.
Oh, tell me more.
The Galaxy Watch 4 is getting a Wear OS 5 makeover, and rumors suggest the Galaxy S25 might feature MagSafe-like magnetic accessories.
Interesting. It seems like Samsung is taking a few cues from Apple.
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Right. And speaking of Apple, iOS 18.2 is launching with some major upgrades.
Like what?
Well, ChatGPT is now integrated with Siri, and there are some impressive new visual intelligence features.
Oh, that's pretty impressive.
And to top it all off, they've announced the winners of the 2024 App Store Awards.
Recognizing the best of the best in the app world. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a testament to the creativity and innovation happening in the app development space. But wait, there's more. Back to the rapid fire round.
Yeah.
What other tech tidbits have you dug up?
Well, in a surprising move, Xbox has partnered with a professional darts player.
A professional darts player. That's unexpected.
We're not sure what this collaboration entails, but it's definitely sparked some curiosity.
Maybe they're hoping to revolutionize the world of virtual darts. Who knows? But it's definitely a conversation starter. And speaking of unexpected collaborations, Netflix is teaming up with Duolingo for the Squid Game Season 2 premiere.
Wait, what? Netflix and Duolingo? That's a strange pairing.
I know, right? Of like two completely different worlds colliding.
It's got me wondering what kind of language learning challenges they'll come up with.
Maybe viewers will have to correctly conjugate verbs in Korean to survive the next round of deadly games.
That would be pretty intense. But hey, at least it would make language learning more exciting. And while we're talking about entertainment, Hulu is joining the streaming wars by broadcasting the Oscars for the first time ever.
It seems like every streaming platform is vying for a piece of that award season pie.
The competition is fierce. But ultimately, it's good for viewers. More options mean more diversity and more content to choose from.
I agree. But hold on, we've got even more rapid-fire news to get through. Are you ready for another round of tech tidbits?
Always. Hit me with it.
Okay, I need a minute to process all that. My head's spinning. It's like I just tried to download the entire internet using a dial-up modem. But seriously, it's incredible to see how much the tech world changes in just a week. So after this whirlwind of news, what stood out to you the most?
Honestly, it's that constant push and pull between innovation and security. We see these incredible advancements in AI, electric vehicles, wearables, but at the same time, there are these cybersecurity threats constantly lurking in the shadows, trying to exploit any weakness they can find.
It's like a never-ending digital arms race. Our personal data, our privacy, even our safety. It's all at stake. And it's not just about individuals either. Entire industries and the U.S. energy sector, they're facing these critical vulnerabilities. That could have massive consequences. What do you think, viewers? Are you feeling optimistic about the future of tech? Or a little uneasy about the potential risks? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, it's a really important question to think about. We're also seeing some really interesting shifts happening in the competitive landscape, like Netflix partnering with Duolingo for Squid Game, and then you've got those tech giants like Google and Microsoft battling it out for AI dominance. It'll be fascinating to see how it all unfolds.
It definitely will. And let's not forget about how all these tech trends are impacting our everyday lives. Imagine a world where you can record a hit song on your iPhone, stream the Oscars on Hulu, and buy a Hyundai on Amazon. It's mind-blowing.
It really is.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder what the next 10 years will bring. Will AI become our best friend? Or a force we can't control? Will we all be driving electric cars? Will our homes be powered by renewable energy? Only time will tell. One thing's for certain, the tech world never slows down.
That's for sure. And on that note, it's time to wrap up our deep dive into the biggest tech news stories. A huge thank you to the amazing team at TechViews 10X for keeping us informed. Seriously, folks, if you want to stay ahead of the curve in the ever-changing world of tech, subscribe to their channel and hit that notification bell.
Absolutely. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it with all your tech-savvy friends. Let's keep the conversation going.
Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay tuned for more deep dives into the fascinating world of tech. And remember, if you ever find yourself in the middle of a robot uprising, the first thing you do is unplug the Wi-Fi router. You heard it here first.